Is NSA really difficult? Well, yeah. It's difficult in a good way.
I would say NSA is a challenging school.
NSA is challenging. It's not easy.
I think that depends on how you define difficult.
I'm Elise Goodwin. I'm from Boise, Idaho, and I graduated from NSA in 2022.
My name is Isabel Pliego. I live in Moscow, but I'm originally from Mexico City, and I am a sophomore.
NSA was difficult, but it was difficult in a good way. Especially junior and senior year, I took a lot of language classes, which really pushed my ability to memorize and problem solve.
Something I really love is that I rarely have busy work from professors. Every single assignment is something that is really worth my time and something that really pushes me.
You have to learn to be disciplined and to actually put work in, and it's really worth it, and it's really fun to be able to converse with fellow students and actually work through material.
But it is definitely doable. It's one of the things that the teachers tell us is that they don't want to kill us. They're not trying to give you busy work. They're not trying to just swamp you with books, but they want every assignment and every paper and every project that you do to actually be worth your time.
I mean, yeah, we came here to be pressed to the limits, so it's difficult, and you'll, stay up late and wake up early and read a lot. But at the end of the day, that's why we're here, and it's totally worth it. There are so many fun things that happen in all of the classes.
One of my favorite moments was in Latin class. Someone was trying to talk about carrying something in a bag. I think it was a ball in a bag. And somehow in recitation, they said something about carrying a child's head in the bag instead of a ball.
I think my favorite moment from class would have been the very first history lecture from Dr. Schlecht, where he outlined the entire story of the Trojan War leading up to what we're reading about in Herodotus, so that was amazing.
I'm Carly Kelly. I'm from the great state of Texas, and right now I'm in my sophomore year.
My name is Keegan O'Melia. I'm a freshman here at NSA, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
One of my favorite class memories was actually during an entomology class. This is a week-and-a-half intensive over the summer with Dr. Wilson. This one night, we're supposed to be putting together these insect boards, and none of us are on top of it, obviously. This is a big project. We have to find and identify hundreds of insects. So all of us are there at school really late. It's like 2 a.m. All of us have massive coffees, and we're gluing insects to these boards. It was just a really fun memory because we were all loopy and we're all having a great time.
So in Latin class, we would do this really fun thing called a bonus sententia, which is where with your group you would all write a sentence in Latin. And my group one time decided to write a ghost story, but about a pirate with a wooden leg. So essentially, we had this entire page of Latin, which was about a wooden leg running around a pirate ship scaring people in the night. And if that doesn't describe the essence of Latin class, I don't really know what does. So, Moscow weather is a special thing.
Moscow in the spring is absolutely gorgeous. Every year there's the canola fields are this really bright yellow. Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm from Texas, so I didn't know before I came to Moscow that the inside of your car window could actually freeze.
My name is Ethan Bernard. I'm a junior here at NSA, and I'm originally from South Phoenix, Arizona.
My name is Graham Burns. I'm a current sophomore at New St. Andrews, and I hail from Central Florida.
The weather is pretty mild.
It's pleasant. It's different from Phoenix, but it's nice. When the winter hits, it's obviously snowy, and it makes it more of a challenge to get to class, but it makes it also more of an adventure. And then when the spring hits, it's really, really pleasant and enjoyable to be outside.
So as a Floridian, the weather is something to get used to. It really wasn't as bad as I was worried about. The snow, it's a fun challenge. I will say that. The weather's a fun challenge.
The weather here is very different than back home, but thus far I've actually really enjoyed it. I'm from North Carolina, which is very, very humid, versus here has very dry, crisp air.
I love it here. It's beautiful. We have the best springs. Really, really pretty summer. So.
My favorite thing about downtown is probably that I I run into people I know everywhere.
Bootzer's, which is a coffee shop, which is like the hub for socialization and sometimes studying.
Part of my favorite thing about it is the fact that our school is literally on Main Street.
My name is Will Griffith. I'm from Moscow, Idaho, and I'm a sophomore at NSA.
Hi, my name is Annika Haney. I am a freshman and I am originally from Seattle, but I now live in Moscow, Idaho.
My name is Nate Miller. I am a senior at NSA and I'm from Southern Illinois.
My favorite thing about downtown Moscow is the farmers market they have there every week.
There are Christians everywhere. You cannot walk from one end of downtown to the other without meeting someone you know.
I love the Moscow downtown. It has a very home and small town community kind of feel.
One of my favorite things is the Christmas lights that they leave all year round. So at night, it's just really pretty. They have Christmas lights all throughout the trees. It's beautiful.
It's just fun to strike up a conversation with friends or professors and see how their day's going.
I live with 4 girls in a house about a mile from school.
I live a 10-minute walk from downtown.
Freshman year, I lived with 3 other freshman girls. We boarded with a family, but we had a separate basement apartment.
I get to live in an apartment that is really close to NSA. I actually get to live with my sister who just transferred here, and that's been really fun.
My name is Trin Haney. I'm from Seattle and I'm a junior this year.
My name is Lauren Cross. I'm from Monroe, Louisiana, and I'm a freshman at NSA.
Freshman year, I lived with my aunt and uncle who had an extra apartment attached to their house.
I live with 6 other NSA students, 2 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores including me, and then 2 freshmen.
So I actually live in the basement of one of the professors' homes, Dr. Harmon, who teaches theology, along with 3 other guys from my class. Dr. Harmon gives us good accountability with cleanliness, and especially last year as we were taking his theology class, if we had a question, we could just walk upstairs and ask him. It was great.
I live at most a 5-minute drive away from campus, and I have 3 roommates. We all live in an apartment with a family from one of the churches here.
I live about 2 blocks from NSA. I live with a sophomore who is just fabulous.
I live in an apartment. I live with 5 other guys who are all from just an hour and a half north from Moscow and Coeur d'Alene in my hometown. We all went to the same church, and we are all either freshmen or sophomores at NSA.
I really enjoy renting a house and living with a fellow student versus just living in a dorm.
We're there to fall back on each other and give each other support.
There's really this home life that I don't think you get in a dorm-oriented situation.
It's just great living with a good group of Christian guys.